If you've ever found yourself taking shorter steps, catching your foot on a rug, or reaching for a wall to steady yourself, you're not alone. You're also likely not broken. What many people consider a natural part of aging is often the result of habits or patterns developed over the years without realizing it. These signs matter because falls are serious. More than 14 million adults over 65 fall yearly. That's 1 in 4. These aren't just slips. They're life-altering events leading to fractures, lost independence, and complications. But unlike what you might hear, falls can usually be prevented, not with expensive fixes, but through awareness, small changes, and targeted movement. Losing your balance isn't simply about getting older. It often signals unchallenged muscles, an untrained nervous system, or a less supportive environment. Think of balance like a garden. If you don't tend to it, if you don't water the roots, pull the weeds, and give it sunlight, it begins to wither. But it's never too late to tend to that garden again. In this video, we're going to break down the 5 most common mistakes older adults make when it comes to balance. These are mistakes you won't hear about in most doctors' offices, but they matter more than you might think. First, there's the belief that walking every day is enough, when in truth, skipping leg strength training can silently erode your stability. Then there's the footwear we wear at home, slippers and socks that feel comfortable but often cause slips. We'll talk about how ignoring core and posture muscles can quietly pull your center of gravity out of alignment, and why practicing still balance alone isn't enough. You also need to challenge your balance while you move. And finally, we'll uncover how multitasking while walking, like texting or carrying heavy laundry, can suddenly turn an ordinary step into a dangerous one. Let me tell you about Arthur. He's 72 and lives in Colorado. For months, he felt clumsy. He shrugged it off. "I guess I'm just getting older," he said. But when he finally went in for an assessment, he learned that the problem wasn't age, it was weak ankles. That simple diagnosis changed everything. With 4 weeks of guided balance exercises focused on ankle and hip stability, he wasn't just steadier on his feet. He said he felt like he got part of his life back. That's what this is about, restoring confidence, strength, and peace of mind. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a notebook. Write down the 5 areas we're going to explore. As we go through each one, ask yourself honestly, does this sound like something I do? Because at the end of this video, I'll walk you through a simple 5-step checklist you can print, post on your fridge, and start using every day. No pressure, no guilt, just clear, empowering steps you can take today. Let's begin with the first mistake. Mistake number 1, skipping leg strength training. Most older adults think they're staying active enough by walking every day. And while walking is great for your heart, it doesn't do enough to stop the steady muscle loss that starts around age 60. In fact, without resistance training, most people lose up to 8% of their muscle mass every decade. And the muscles that shrink the fastest? Your legs, especially the ones that keep you steady. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. Johns Hopkins Medicine emphasizes that strength training isn't just a nice extra. It's a critical part of staying mobile, stable, and independent as we age. The kind of muscle that keeps you from wobbling as you get out of bed or helps you recover your balance after a misstep. That muscle needs regular, specific work, and walking alone just doesn't challenge those muscle groups enough. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. One of the most common signs of leg weakness is difficulty getting up from a low seat without using your hands. You might also notice your knees shake a little when climbing stairs, or you catch yourself holding onto countertops and walls more often, just in case. These are small but important messages from your body that your leg muscles need a little more attention. The good news is, building strength doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. In fact, 2 short sessions a week, at home, with just a chair or a resistance band, can make a noticeable difference. Chair squats help retrain your muscles for everyday movements, like standing and sitting. Wall sits are great for building endurance in your thighs. Heel raises strengthen your calves, which are essential for walking in balance. And side steps with a resistance band target your glutes and hips, the muscles that help you stay upright when you shift your weight or turn. Let's bring this to life with a story from Donna in Ohio. She's 68 and used to walk every single morning, rain or shine. She felt strong and healthy, until one afternoon in her garden, she lost her footing and fell into a flower bed. Nothing broke, thankfully, but it shook her confidence. At her physical therapist's recommendation, she added 2 simple exercises: light squats using her kitchen counter for support and daily toe raises while brushing her teeth. Within just 6 weeks, she said something remarkable. She didn't just feel more balanced, she felt more sure of herself in every part of her day. That's the true power of strength training. It's not just about building muscle, it's about rebuilding trust in your body. When your legs are strong, your steps are steady. You stop hesitating. You start enjoying movement again. And once your legs are doing their part, the next piece of the puzzle is right at your feet, literally. Because even strong legs can't save you from what happens when your shoes become a hidden hazard. Mistake number 2, poor footwear at home. You might be surprised to hear this, but one of the most common places older adults fall isn't out on the sidewalk or at the grocery store. It's inside their own homes, and often it's not due to clutter or stairs. According to the Mayo Clinic, one of the hidden culprits behind many home-related falls is inappropriate footwear. It's easy to see why this happens. Home is where we relax, so we slip on cozy socks, old slippers, or even go barefoot. But comfort doesn't always mean safety. Socks may feel soft, but they offer 0 grip. Slippers that are too loose or worn down at the heel can catch on rugs or hardwood. Shoes with smooth or flattened soles lose traction over time, becoming a fall risk waiting to happen. Think of it this way. Your feet are your foundation, and just like a house needs a stable base, your body needs solid support to stay upright, especially as balance becomes more fragile with age. If your shoes aren't working for you, they're working against you. So what should you look for in safe indoor footwear? A good shoe for inside the home should check a few simple boxes: non-slip soles that grip the floor, a closed heel to keep your foot from sliding out, cushioned insoles for comfort and shock absorption, and proper arch support to reduce fatigue. If you've had a pair for more than a year, it's a good idea to check the soles and structure. Supportive shoes wear out faster than we realize. Many seniors benefit from having a pair of indoor-only shoes that never go outside. This keeps the soles clean, increases their grip, and helps reinforce the habit of wearing them consistently. There are even orthopedic brands now offering house shoes with memory foam, arch support, and slip-resistant soles, all without looking bulky or clinical. Take Ellen, for example. She's 70 and lives in Texas. A few years ago, she was walking to the kitchen in her worn-out slippers when the heel caught on a rug corner. She lost her balance, fell forward, and fractured her wrist. The fall shook her confidence more than she expected. After a recommendation from her doctor, she invested in a pair of structured memory foam indoor shoes. They looked just like sneakers but were made for inside. She told me she hasn't had a single slip or close call since making the switch, and she actually feels steadier walking around her home than she ever did before. It's such a small change, but the right shoes can mean the difference between walking confidently and risking a serious fall. So before you take another step around your house, take a quick look at what's on your feet. Your safety could start with a shoelace or a sole that still has grip. Now that your foundation is secure and your steps are supported, it's time to talk about the real engine behind balance, your center. Mistake 3. Ignoring core and posture muscles. Every time you feel your shoulders hunch forward or notice you're leaning into the shopping cart for support, your body is quietly telling you something important. Your core isn't pulling its weight. The Cleveland Clinic has long warned that a weak core, the muscles that wrap around your spine and belly, directly undermines your ability to keep from toppling over. Without that internal framework, your posture collapses, your center of gravity shifts forward, and your balance control takes a hit. Imagine standing upright like the mast of a ship. When the mast is sturdy and straight, the entire vessel stays on course, even in choppy waters. But if the mast starts to tilt, the ship lurches, rocks, and eventually lifts dangerously to one side. Your spine and torso are that mast for your body. Lean too far forward, something that happens when your abs and spinal muscles aren't strong enough, and you're essentially steering a ship that's already leaning. That forward shift makes it harder to see obstacles, slows down the quick muscle reactions you need when you stumble, and places extra strain on your lower back. A survey of fall-related injuries in seniors found that those with slouch posture were nearly twice as likely to suffer a fracture, not just from the initial stumble, but from compensating with arms and hands that couldn't react swiftly enough. Building a resilient core doesn't require gym membership or heavy lifting. In fact, you can begin with simple activations you can do seated, standing, or even against a wall. Start each session with seated marches. Sit tall in a firm chair, engage your abdominal muscles as if bracing for a gentle tap to the belly, and lift one knee up to hip height, then the other, keeping your back flat and shoulders relaxed. Next, try abdominal bracing. Place your hands on your hip bones, draw your navel gently toward your spine, hold for a count of 5, and release. Repeat 10 times. Pelvic tilts are equally effective. Lie on your back with knees bent, feet flat, and gently rock your pelvis up so your lower back presses into the floor. Then return to neutral. Finish with wall posture checks. Stand with your heels, buttocks, shoulders, and back of your head lightly against a wall. Take a deep breath, allowing your spine to lengthen, and hold for 10 seconds. Beyond better balance, you'll find your breathing improves, proper posture expands your lungs, and you'll likely experience less lower back discomfort. Over time, these simple movements will shift your body's alignment, opening up your chest, reinforcing your spinal muscles, and sharpening your proprioception, the sense that tells your brain where you are in space. Take Marcia, a 66-year-old retiree from North Carolina, as an example. She told me she had always admired dancers who moved with grace and poise, but personally felt stuck in a rounded forward posture. Walking felt labored, and she found herself gripping armrests on buses just to feel safe. When she began to integrate core drills, seated marches in front of her TV, pelvic tilts before brushing her teeth, and posture checks each time she passed a mirror, her world changed. After 8 weeks, not only did her shoulders sit back naturally, but she reported being able to walk 2 blocks without gripping a railing or fearing a stumble. She said it was like rediscovering a part of herself she'd long abandoned. Now let's pause for a moment. Take stock of where you've been so far. Have you noticed times you rely on furniture to stand, or a constant forward lean when you walk? Drop a comment below and tell us which balance mistake has resonated the most with you. Engagement like this helps us all learn from one another and reminds us we're in this together. With your core kicking in and your posture lifted, you've turned your mass back upright. But balance isn't just about standing still. It's about staying steady when you're in motion. That's where our next mistake comes in, neglecting dynamic balance. Stay tuned, because this one often catches seniors by surprise. Mistake number 4, not practicing dynamic balance. Balance doesn't just mean standing still. In fact, some of the most dangerous falls happen when you're on the move, changing direction, navigating uneven ground, or reacting to something unexpected. This is what experts at the National Institute on Aging refer to as dynamic balance, and it's one of the most overlooked skills among older adults. The ability to stay steady while in motion is what keeps you upright when you step over a curb, reach to grab a falling item, or pivot quickly to greet a friend. If you've ever turned too quickly and felt your body keep going in another direction, or caught yourself teetering while walking across gravel or grass, that's your dynamic balance being tested. Think of it like this. Static balance is being able to stand still on a tightrope. Dynamic balance is walking across it while holding a tray of drinks. As we age, the systems that help with this, our inner ear, eyes, muscles, and brain, become slower to coordinate. Without practice, the body stops responding effectively to quick movements or unexpected terrain. That's why practicing dynamic balance weekly is essential. The good news is that you don't need fancy equipment. Start with heel-to-toe walks. Place one foot directly in front of the other, like walking on a straight line, and take 10 steps forward and back. This challenges your stability and forces your body to stay aligned. Then try side steps. Slowly step sideways in one direction for 10 feet, then back. This strengthens lateral control, which helps you avoid falls during sideways motions, like stepping out of a car or moving around furniture. Another great move is stepping over small objects. Lay out a line of folded towels or a yoga block and practice lifting your foot fully over each one. This mimics the act of clearing curbs or garden hoses, something many older adults trip over. Tai Chi is also powerful for this purpose. Its slow, intentional movements train both mind and body to coordinate more effectively. If Tai Chi isn't your style, consider any type of gentle dance. Waltz, line dancing, even following a movement video at home. The key is that you're shifting weight, changing direction, and challenging your stability and motion. Here's a quick 2-minute mini routine you can try now or write down for later. Do each move for 30 seconds. Start with heel-to-toe walks across your living room. Then move into slow standing knee lifts. Lift one knee at a time to hip height while keeping your core engaged. Finish with side-to-side steps, imagining you're stepping over a small puddle each time. Repeat the sequence once for a full 2 minutes. These movements might feel simple at first, but the impact is enormous. Jerry, a 74-year-old from Florida, used to believe he was just getting clumsy. He tripped one afternoon while stepping sideways in his garden and fractured a rib. His doctor suggested balance drills. At first skeptical, Jerry began doing a short routine daily. Nothing fancy, just 5 to 10 minutes each morning before breakfast. Within weeks, he noticed he could bend and turn more smoothly, and his confidence soared. It's now been over 18 months since that garden incident, and he hasn't had a single fall. Dynamic balance is about preparing your body for real life. Life doesn't happen in straight lines or stable positions. You turn, twist, step, reach, shift, and your body must be ready for it all. Training dynamic balance isn't just about preventing falls, it's about reclaiming freedom of movement. And now that your body's moving more confidently, it's time to talk about something just as important, your brain. Because even strong, steady legs can't save you from a fall if your mind is distracted at the wrong moment. Mistake number 5, multitasking while moving. We live in a world that rewards speed and multitasking, but when it comes to staying safe on your feet, doing 2 things at once can be a silent danger. According to Harvard Health, cognitive distractions like talking, texting, or even deep thinking while walking can significantly increase the risk of falling, especially for older adults. It's not that your body can't walk and think at the same time, it's that the split in attention slows your reaction time, just enough to miss a step, misjudge a distance, or forget about an obstacle in your path. Think about how often this happens. Answering the phone while walking to another room, balancing a laundry basket while heading down the stairs, or trying to grab your keys while stepping out the door. Each of these scenarios requires your brain to juggle multiple tasks, and that increases the chances of a misstep, especially in low lighting or unfamiliar spaces. Take the example of Nina, a 73-year-old from Washington. She was walking out to her mailbox, phone in hand, responding to a quick text from her daughter. She didn't notice the small crack in her driveway until it caught her toe, and down she went. The fall wasn't serious, but it shook her confidence. From that day on, she made a new rule: no phone use while walking. She now has a focus zone. She only uses her phone when seated or standing still. What's more, her grandkids have learned to wait until grandma's settled before showing her a meme or texting her back. This is what we call the one task at a time rule. It's simple but powerful. Whether you're heading upstairs, crossing a room, or walking through a parking lot, stay fully present. Put the phone away, set the laundry down, and take it in 2 trips if needed. Give your full attention to your movement, especially when stepping up, down, or over anything. Slowing down doesn't mean giving up independence, it means protecting it. There are also simple tools that help reduce the need to multitask while moving. Install nightlights in hallways and bathrooms so you're not navigating blindly in the dark. Use trays or rolling carts to move food, laundry, or items from one room to another so your hands are free for balance. And when walking outdoors, wear sunglasses and hats to reduce squinting and visual strain. It's all about giving your brain fewer things to juggle at once. The truth is, falls often happen in moments we think we're in control, because our minds are somewhere else. Movement deserves your full focus, especially as your body changes with age. When you treat walking like the task it is, worthy of attention and care, you dramatically reduce your fall risk and reclaim a stronger, safer rhythm in your daily life. Now that you're aware of the 5 common balance mistakes and how to avoid them, it's time to put this knowledge into action. I'm excited to introduce a simple, practical plan that you can follow to strengthen your balance, restore your confidence, and stay safe on your feet. This action plan is designed to help you gradually build stronger, steadier movement habits day by day. Here's your daily habit plan for the next week. Day 1, start with chair squats and a posture check. Spend a few minutes sitting and standing from a sturdy chair, focusing on using your legs to stand up strong. Follow it up with a quick posture check. Sit tall, shoulders back, chin level. Make sure your body feels aligned. Day 2, heel-to-toe walk and dynamic stepping. Find a safe space in your home to practice walking in a straight line, heel-to-toe. This simple drill helps build confidence and stability. Add in some dynamic stepping, side steps, forward and backward motions to engage your full range of balance. Day 3, core breathing and wall press. Focus on activating your core muscles with gentle core breathing exercises. Sit comfortably and practice expanding your belly with each breath. Follow this with a wall press to engage your upper body and core for extra support. Day 4, restorative stretching. It's just as important to stretch as it is to strengthen. Focus on gentle, restorative stretches for your legs, back, and shoulders. This will help improve flexibility and reduce any muscle tension that might impact your balance. Day 5, side step drills and a stability test. Practice side steps to enhance your ability to move laterally. Then conduct a quick stability test by standing on one foot for 10 seconds. Switch legs and do the same. This simple exercise will show you where you may need a little extra work. Day 6, combine strength and balance. Try doing a strength routine that combines squats, heel raises, and a balance hold at the end. This will bring together your leg strength and balance skills to create a solid, full-body exercise. Day 7, reflection and walkthrough checklist. Take a few minutes to reflect on your progress over the past week. Can you see improvements in your stability, strength, and posture? Use your printable checklist to track your achievements and set your goals for the following week. For these exercises, all you need are a sturdy chair, a resistance band, supportive shoes, safe floor space, and your printout checklist. This action plan doesn't require a gym or special equipment, just your commitment to moving a little every day. As you follow this plan, remember that consistency is key. Even 10 minutes a day can make a world of difference. You're not just building strength in your body, you're building confidence in your ability to stay steady and independent. And as you get stronger, you'll feel more secure on your feet, no matter where life takes you. As we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with an important reminder. Balance isn't something you lose forever. It's something you can retrain. Whether you've had a fall or you've noticed your stability slipping over time, the good news is that you have the power to regain your balance step by step. You are not fragile. You're simply undertrained, and now you're training smarter. You've learned practical, medically backed strategies to strengthen your legs, engage your core, protect your feet, and improve your mental focus. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about moving forward with the strength and confidence you already have. Think back to Arthur, Donna, and Marcia. These are real seniors just like you who took charge of their health and regained their footing, literally. Arthur thought he was just clumsy, but he learned his weak ankles were the problem. Donna was an avid walker, but had a fall that made her realize she needed more than just walking. Marcia, who once felt hunched and unsteady, now walks taller and feels more grounded. These stories are proof that with the right tools and mindset, you too can feel more confident and steady, no matter your age. And remember, just few minutes a day is enough to rebuild your foundation. Whether you're doing chair squats, taking heel-to-toe steps, or practicing core exercises, you're building strength, stability, and confidence, one step at a time. It doesn't have to be overwhelming or take hours. Consistency is key, and every small effort counts. Thank you for investing in your well-being today. By taking these steps, you're not just preparing for a safer future, you're also ensuring that you can move through life with more confidence, ease, and independence. Your future self will be incredibly grateful for the choices you're making now. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest takeaway from today's video? And who will you share this with? Let's keep the conversation going and support each other in staying steady on our feet. You've got this. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more practical tips and strategies to help you live your healthiest, most active life. We're here to support you every step of the way on your journey to better balance and well-being. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay steady, stay strong.